Hey, Nathan here from Inside Google, and we're here with another video blog. If you've been checking out the blog today, you'll notice that I'm back to my regularly scheduled blogging. So instead of doing a 20-minute video going through all the news of the day, since I don't need to do that anymore, we're just going to take a look every once in a while at a big story and let you see exactly what's going on in a more fun way maybe than just typing it out. So the story we're looking at today is Google Street View, which I covered in a previous thing. Basically, there's a lot of people talking about it because, frankly, the idea of a van going down the street and taking pictures of everyone in the country freaks out a lot of people. And there's a lot of stuff. Most of it's just pretty funny for you to check out. So we're going to go through a lot of it, and let's see what we got. Okay, so there's a lot of things you might see going through Google Street View, a lot of things that if it were you, you might be really unhappy that Google has put these pictures of you out there on the internet. For example, here's on Dig, they're talking about one guy who was caught outside of a strip club. Yeah, maybe he's waiting for his mom to pick him up. But if that were you, I don't think you'd be very happy at all. Another thing, this was in San Francisco, which is where a lot of these are being noticed, and trust me, if most of these are being found in San Francisco, you can only imagine what's in all the other cities and all the ridiculous things we're going to find as the months go on. This guy appears to be trying to break in to somebody's house. Yeah, so here we can see him just kind of scaling the side of a house. I'm sure he's got a good reason. He probably forgot his keys. Yeah, that's what I would say. Okay, next up, Robert McLaws is talking about it, and he says, you think Google respects your privacy? Think again. Talking about Google getting a little more big brother. I mean, Microsoft never sent cameras down the streets taking pictures of people. Oh, they did that last year, right. Okay. So, he talks about a few things. He talks about the guy outside the strip club, and of course there is this fellow coming up right here. What does that mean, adult bookstore? Does that just mean like this guy reads smarter books? Maybe he goes through more intellectual pursuits? That's probably what that is, right? I mean, adult bookstore doesn't mean something else. I wouldn't know. I've never been in one, but I would just assume that that is a compliment to this man, and this is something that his mother would be proud to see. Moving on, Boing Boing has been collecting a lot of these. This is the first of two posts from Boing Boing we're going to look at. The post is called Google Maps is spying on my cat, because one woman got really freaked out that you could see her cat in her window. Of course, the woman's a moron, because by emailing Boing Boing, like the biggest blog in the universe, now everyone knows her address and her full name, so I don't think anyone would have cared about her cat, but now everybody knows all about her. So that was really smart, emailing Boing Boing. But what else is there? So one thing they show is if you don't want to get into this, you should put a robots.txt, which is it's the file used on servers to tell Googlebot not to index their site. That you should write up one of these and put them on your lawn, just telling Google Van to get the hell out of here. Don't take pictures of my bedroom in this case. So one guy emailed into Boing Boing to say that he's actually got proof that his roommate once in a while takes out the trash, and you can see it right here. He figured his roommate was kind of just a lazy bum, but, well, Google proved him wrong. So, see, good things can happen too. They also point out that there is a link on every page to get a image removed. So if you see something in there that's you and it's kind of disturbing or privacy invading, you might want to click that link. Get your cat out of Google. And of course, you can just guarantee that every time the Google Van passes by a beach or a park, we're going to get some things that might titillate the younger readers. Google Sightseeing points out half-naked sunbathing girls. Woo! So, I'm sorry, I can't. But yeah, right here, there's two women in bikinis, I believe, lying in the middle of a park right next to the street. You know, if you're going to go sunbathing, maybe somewhere people would normally go sunbathing and not mere inches away from the homeless men asking for spare change. I don't know. So, and the beauty is you can check out multiple views of these lovely ladies. Also, a digger points out that some fun stuff in Las Vegas. This beautiful sign, just letting you know, because Vegas is pretty much the classiest city in the country, with plenty of hot babes. I might also point out the phone number for this is 696-9696. Classy. Oh yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, and of course, here's another one from Google Sightseeing. A guy caught taking a leak. You know what the fun thing is? It's guy caught taking a leak number 1 of 2. And who said we didn't have some good stuff to show? Here we go. He's in a backpack. He's standing up against a bush in a totally public area and deciding, you know what? Hopefully no one's around. Certainly not a van with multiple cameras. Why don't I just water the bushes a little? The natural way. Next, we'll check out Andy Beal at Marketing Pilgrim. He's got a few things here about Google the Peeping Tom. He points out that this isn't really likely any sort of privacy violation. Just, I mean, we are talking about public places. You're pretty much allowed to take pictures in public places, and if you're not, we've got a freedom of the press problem. Google ain't the press, but it's part of the same freedoms that need to be protected. So you're not going to be able to stop Google from doing this, no matter how much it creeps you out. Including this guy over here, who really he shouldn't complain about his privacy being violated, because he should really complain about the fact that he has no head. A little bit of a close-up here. Yeah, not really sure what happened to him. Got it. Okay. And he also points out the guy breaking into the building. Next up, also a dig. Diggs pointed out a lot of these. You know, maybe you are doing something, just, you know, you're just casually walking down the street and some pretty lady walks by and, you know, you might want to take a gander over at her. No one would ever see you unless the Google van is passing by. Oh, she's stretching over that bench. He's kind of stretching too. Maybe he's just stretching and not staring at her ass. John Battelle also has some fun with this. He also has a lot of links to good stuff. And keep in mind, if you want to check out any of these links, just go to Inside Google, throw it into Google, you'll find it, and we'll have links to all these sites for you to check out. John Battelle points out a bunch of Google Street View Easter eggs, including this one right here, the team at Google, which is standing outside the Googleplex waving to the van, complete with shovels and everyone wearing matching green t-shirts, because they're one big happy family. So take a look at that. There's a lot of them out there waving red flags. Some of them maybe might want to hit that free Google Gym a little. And John also points out this guy, who, like our previous fellow, is just checking out another hot lady. John likes to call this one, "I was just staring at her coffee." Look at that. He's so far away and he's still staring. What a perv. Okay, back to Boing Boing. They've got a few more, including, they asked the question, if this were the NSA or the CIA doing these pictures, would you still be okay with it? And of course the answer is no, because we all know the NSA and the CIA are trying to put radios inside our teeth. So really, that would worry us more, conspiracy theory crazy people. But one person that should be worried is this little lady, who's just trying to climb into her pickup truck and giving the world an eyeful of her thong. Hey, at least she decided to wear underwear today. One interesting thing is this, also Boing Boing points out, is this billboard for Microsoft's Windows Live Maps, which competes with Google Street View. The only thing is that it's quite clear Google's gone in and edited out part of this billboard. You can see this giant black area over here, but they didn't edit it right. The edit is offset, which means you can still see a good portion of the billboard, including the words Windows Live Maps. And you have to ask yourself, why is Google going in, wasting time, deleting the billboards of their competitors? Next up, Philip Lenson at Google Blogoscope points out a few more fun things. He's got the adult bookstore, and this one's really cool. It's a glowing sky, some sort of strange, just photographic effect. Don't know how it happened, but it certainly looks very cool. Some sort of aurora borealis in the middle of Las Vegas, I believe, or maybe Nevada. But looks very cool. Somebody might want to try to explain how the hell that happened, though. Next up is another guy taking a leak. And this guy, unlike the previous guy, he's half naked. You can kind of make out a little butt crack there. Yeah, this is right outside San Francisco, the city of, well, let's just say it again, classy people. Google really is saying a lot about our society with this, wouldn't you think? And of course, if you didn't get titillated enough before, here's several more people sunbathing. And there's a guy there if you're into that. Sure. There's also some new blogs aggregating all this information in case, you know, you want to keep looking at this maybe for the rest of your life and have nothing better to do. So you can check out Street View Fun at streetviewfun.com, and they've got a whole bunch of posts of these things. There's guy peeing on the signpost again, and a car that's smoking. So check that out. One person's asking how Google's van is allowed to go around and take pictures of things that are kind of illegal to photograph, like, for instance, the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, a common target of terrorists. You're not allowed to take pictures of it. The van drove through the tunnel and just snapped away. Forgetting about even the terrorist angle, what's the utility here? We're seeing the inside of a tunnel. This is Google Maps, which is designed to help you find businesses. There are no addresses inside the tunnel. Even the homeless people don't get their mail delivered there. Maybe Google should turn off the cameras when driving through completely useless areas. Who knows, the next update to Google Maps Street View might have miles and miles of empty desert. That could be fun. We could see some cows along the side of the road when we get to the American heartland. Wired is also asking their readers to toss in some stuff and vote on them, so you can find out the best ones right here. Like, for instance, here's just an intimate moment on a street corner, boyfriend and girlfriend hugging. Aww, aren't they glad that now everyone can see it on Google? And look, somebody spotted the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine. Oh, Shaggy! Worst impression ever, yes. So go through that whole list if you want to burn a few hours of your life. There's also another blog called Street Viewer, spelled in the Flickr fashion, Street View and the letter R.com. They're also aggregating all the interesting sightings from this, so go check them out as well. And finally, if this all creeps you out to hell, and you want to avoid getting caught in Google's cameras, then you're going to want to keep your eye out for Immersion, which is the company that's doing all these pictures. You want to keep an eye out for their van or their car. Here's a picture of what to expect. It's a Volkswagen Beetle with a camera on top of it. Watch out for the camera. I'd expect they're not all driving Beetles, because we're seeing, in a lot of times, when the van passes by a window or something, we're seeing a reflection of a van very clearly. So for the most part, it's probably going to be a van. Look out for this apparatus on the roof of it, and if you see it, for God's sakes, duck inside a garbage can before it's too late. So that's it for Google Street View. Go check it out, find some fun stuff. If you find some fun stuff, send me an email or so I can feature it on the blog, and I'll give you some credit for it too. Hope you enjoyed this. Send me some feedback. I'm Nathan. Make sure to check out the blog Inside Google at google.blognewschannel.com, and that's it for today.